We just installed a set of HID projector headlights into my 2012 Jeep Wrangler. We're going to show you how to do it. If you're looking to add a custom touch to the front end of your JK and increase your light output, today we're going to be installing this set of HID projectors Revision 2.0 Signature Series lights into our 2012 Jeep Wrangler. These HID projectors feature a 35-watt ballast with a much clearer cutoff line than the factory lights or an LED option. They feature 3 separate halos with a daytime running light feature and an amber turn signal marker on them. They have a red demon eye in the center, and this kit includes all the necessary wiring to get it installed. With that being said, we're going to get it installed in my 2012 Jeep Wrangler. Tools needed for this installation: flathead screwdriver, T15 Torx bit, 1/4-inch ratchet, 10mm deep socket, pair of snips, pair of crimpers, and a set of wire strippers. The first step is to pop your hood. We're going to remove the grille and the headlights that are in our Jeep. Before you remove your grille, be sure to turn the turn signal bulb counterclockwise. Pull it right out towards the back. Repeat the same process on the other side. We did loosen up the winch bolts on the bottom to lean it forward a little bit, and we can pull our grille out towards us and pull it straight up and out of the way. Grab a T15 Torx bit and remove the 4 bolts that retain your headlight retention ring. Then we're going to disconnect it. If you do have any sort of anti-flicker, now would be a good time to pull that out too. To remove the bulb, simply push up on the red tab, then push down on the green, and it'll slide right out. First step is to install the power distribution block. This is going to go to the battery. I'm going to tuck this up nice and clean behind here. Get this positive up to the battery. Run this up nice and tight. We're going to connect that to the positive terminal. You just leave it here loosely until the very end. Tuck this down right next to the fuse box here. There's a hole on it. You can permanently mount it. I'm just going to choose to tuck it down somewhere around here. Plug the H4 to H13 adapter. This is going to go into your factory harness. It'll clip right in. We're going to remove this bolt up front. It's right next to the power steering fluid reservoir. Slide the ground over, reinstall the bolt. We're probably going to be using this stud for a few more grounds, so I'm only going to get this snugged up just so it's touching. The longer cord is going to go across. We're actually going to run it up along the top of the radiator support here. It's going to have a nice loomed area. I'm going to tuck it behind there, use a few zip ties, get it over to the driver's side, and then get our lines over to the driver's side. It's time to put the headlight in. As you notice on the back of the projector, there is up with an arrow. Obviously that's going to face up. Turn the light around, and we've unclipped all the ballasts off the back. They are marked with different colors. Put that through the bucket. Pull them out through the other side. Put the trim ring back into place. Go ahead and reinstall the screws for the retention ring. We're just going to get them snugged up. You'll have to go back and modify this a little bit. Maybe make a few tweaks, that way the cutoff line on the HID is correct. The next step of this installation is the wiring. You're going to wire up the ballast for the HID projector, as well as all 3 of these ballasts for the angel eyes, as well as the demon eyes onto the back of the headlight. There are a bunch of options that you can do for this, and it varies state by state what you want to wire up. If you choose to, you can wire everything up to a switch. That way you can completely control it from inside the cab. In our case, what we're going to do is tap into the turn signal, wire it up as a daytime running light. That way the entire headlight will shift to amber when we go to turn on that side. As far as the front angel eyes as well as the halo goes, the wiring is going to go as follows. Black wire is going to be your ground, the red wire is going to give the bright white feature, yellow wire is going to be your amber turn signal, and the white wire is going to be a more dim white. You can use this as a reference when you're wiring these up. We're going to connect the HID lighting ballast. Plug this into the connection here that you already ran. Then we're going to put this blue wire back onto the ground, but first we can connect the wiring off of this end. The next step is going to be to plug the ballast into the back of your bulb. Plug this male end into the red line. and then grab the light blue line and plug the male end into this female right here. Like I said before, we're going to ground out this blue wire on that post right here. Grab your 10 mil and loosen it up. Make sure you keep that ground on that you already put on before. Slide it over and put the nut back over top. In our application, we're actually going to wire it up directly to this front turn signal lens. This will allow us to have some daytime running lights as well as the blinker lights. I'm going to go inside the Jeep and check which wire controls what. There's going to be a constant, a turn signal light, as well as a ground. I'm going to go inside and figure it out. The white wire with the brown stripe is going to be your running light. The white with a pink stripe is going to be your turn signal light. What we're going to do is cut 3 inches back from the connection, grab a hold of all of our ballast wires, and run them in the series we'd like. I'm going to go ahead and put the bright white to the running light, the amber to the yellow wire, and then the ground to the ground. And we'll make all of them function with the turn signal. Once again, this is just one way to do it, and we'll show you how. In our application, we're actually going to cut off the male butt connectors that are already on here. We're going to get the ends stripped off and use the ones we need. Go ahead and strip the wires back. We're going to use the red wire for the daytime running light. This is the brighter of the 2 white options. If you were to use the white wire, it'd be a little bit more dim. However, I just like it brighter. We're going to connect the 3 red wires that we have stripped to the white wire with the brown stripe. This is going to be on the body side of the connection. We're going to use a waterproof butt connector to get this finished up. Connect the 3 yellow wires together with the white and the pink stripe. This is going to be the body side of the connection. This will control your turn signals inside the headlight. Hook up all 3 grounds to the ground on the body side of the connection. This is going to ground out the headlight and allow all the functions to work. Grab the factory turn signal connection. You're going to connect the corresponding wires. The black is going to go with the ground, white with a pink wire to the white with a pink wire, and then white with a brown wire to the white with a brown wire. Put it in the connection, then we'll heat shrink it down. Go ahead and heat shrink them down. I do recommend that you use the heat shrink butt connectors. They're really nice, and plus they'll be water resistant. In case you're out on the trail or you get some water back behind there. Once you have all the connections made, probably one of the most difficult parts is to run the wiring and get it tucked up nicely. I ran it through, used a few zip ties, and also zip tied it around a factory harness, made it a nice clean install. After you're done with this side, repeat the exact same process on the other side. You do have a little less room because there is the windshield washer fluid over there, however you can get it done. I'm inside the Jeep and I'll show you guys exactly how these function. If I turn on the running lights, you can see that all 3 rings turn on as well as my front marker and turn signal bulbs. And then I'll go for the full HID. Then we'll turn it on to the low beam headlight. It's pretty hard to see with the daytime running lights on, but if you look at the wall, there is a nice, clear, crisp line. We'll show you the high beams. And then probably one of the best features is that I have it tapped into the turn signal. I'll show you the left turn signal. Then we'll go to the right. And now here's what the 4-ways look like. As you can see, these lights have a ton of built-in features. They only take about 3 hours to get them installed, and they include all the wiring necessary to plug and play any way you'd like. You can find them here as well as many other great parts for your JK at cjponyparts.com.